Let's talk about something that can feel, well, incredibly lonely. It's that feeling you get when you're with your own family and you just feel like an outsider looking in. If you've ever looked around the room at a holiday dinner and thought, I don't fit here, then you are absolutely in the right place. Okay, let's just jump right in with this question. Have you ever had that experience? You're trying to explain something, anything, and it feels like you're broadcasting on some weird alien frequency that nobody else can tune into. It's like you're speaking English and they're hearing static. That's the feeling we're going to unpack today. All right, first things first, let's really get a handle on what it means to be the outsider, the black sheep of the family. So what is black sheep syndrome really? The most important word on this screen is dynamic. This isn't about you being born wrong or broken, it's about a family system, a dynamic, where one person, usually unconsciously, gets picked to be the different one. And often, that person ends up carrying all the unspoken stuff, all the issues that everyone else would rather not look at. And if you're that person, man, this list probably feels really familiar. It's that nagging feeling that no one really gets you, you're the one who's always the problem. Why? Because you're usually the one who sees the uncomfortable truths that everyone else is trying to ignore. And wow, that can be a really lonely place to be. So how does this even happen? This next part is so important to understand, because being the black sheep is a role you're given, not a flaw in your character.
It usually unfolds kind of like this. Every family has these invisible rules, right? Things like we never talk about money, or we always have to pretend we're happy. Then a kid comes along and just naturally questions those rules. But instead of the family thinking, maybe our rule is weird, it's way easier to just project all that discomfort onto the kid. And over time, that label, the problem child, the black sheep, it just sticks.
So, what's the actual cost of being cast in this role? Let's talk about the sheer weight that the family outsider has to carry. And the weight it's huge. You end up being the scapegoat. An argument breaks out between two other people, and somehow it ends up being your fault. You carry the family's secrets, the shame, and all of this leads to this deep, painful feeling of being totally alone. It's no wonder it can mess with your self-worth. I mean, if you're told you're the problem your whole life, it's pretty hard not to start believing it. Now, all of that sounds really heavy, and it is. There's absolutely no sugarcoating that pain. But, believe it or not, this is only half the story. Okay, now we get to my favorite part, the part where we flip the script. We are going to reframe this entire narrative and uncover the hidden superpowers that you get from being the outsider. Because the very things that made you different might just be your greatest strengths. Let's start with this one. Ever been called difficult? I'm guessing yes. But what if you're not difficult? What if you just have the ability to see things with a clarity that other people don't? You're not trying to cause trouble. You're just pointing out what you see. You see things differently. Or how about this classic? You're just too sensitive. You know, that's almost never a weakness. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's a sign of being highly empathetic. It means your emotional antennae are turned way up, that you feel things deeply. That's a superpower. And the big one, rebellious. But let's be real, what is a rebel? A rebel is someone who asks why. Someone who doesn't just go along with a crowd because that's what's expected. That's not being rebellious for the sake of it. That is the very definition of an independent thinker. Just think about what this experience has built in you. When you can't rely on your family for validation, you have to look inward, which builds incredible self-awareness. When you're constantly seeing things that feel wrong, you develop a powerful sense of justice. It makes you unbelievably resilient. And maybe most importantly, it teaches you how to forge your own path in life. So let's bring it all together. How do you start to own this story? This is all about moving from the role you were handed to the identity you choose for yourself. Look, you didn't ask for this. You didn't choose to be the black sheep. That role was assigned to you. But here's the truth, that role is not who you are. You are the one holding the pen now. Your story is yours to write, based on your own values, your own truth. I absolutely love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. Maybe you were never the problem at all. Maybe, just maybe, you were the one who was brave enough to hold up a mirror and say, hey, this thing over here, this is the actual problem. So I'm gonna leave you with this final thought. What if this entire experience, this feeling of being the outsider, this wound that you've probably carried for a very long time, what if it isn't a curse? What if it's actually the source of your greatest gifts, your deepest empathy,
and your most authentic self? What if it's the very thing that makes you, you?